Jared Kushner, the special advisor to United States President Trump, is currently on tour in the Middle East to drum up support for the long-awaited American Middle East peace plan. Though in light of the upcoming Israeli elections on April 9th, the publishing of the so-called ultimate deal has been postponed. While in Israel, with or without the details, the peace plan has still become a major point of debate along the campaign trail, and so new Right Party leader Naftali Bennett took to the podium on Wednesday at the 2019 Muni Expo conference to demand that Israel be given the deal ahead of the vote. Well, joining us now with more on this debate is founder and executive director of Israel's Institute of Strategic Studies, Dr. Martin Sherman. Dr. Sherman, as always, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for inviting me back.
All right, so Naftali Bennett, to quote him, he said something to the effect of how not revealing the deal is kind of like a surgeon pulling out body parts without telling us what's going on. Would you agree with that? Well,
he's got a point, because this is certainly a fateful issue for Israelis, especially if it's accepted. And it's a little troubling that people are trying to keep this under wraps. And the reason maybe is they don't want to embarrass Netanyahu by forcing him either to accept or reject it before the elections, and feel that if the right wing wins, it'll be easier for them to implement it.
But as Bennett, kind of alluded to, everybody would have to react to it. And everybody already is reacting to it. So, everybody is already basically saying that they'll be, what their policy is. And where that falls in line with the supposed peace plan,
but let's suppose the plan calls for significant territorial concessions. Mm-hmm. Netanyahu is in a different position before the elections if he accepts or rejects them. And if he runs for the elections, having been forced to accept the principle of territorial withdrawal, then he's in a difficult position with his base.
But then everybody would be in the same boat. Bennett, Gantz, Lapid, they would all have to respond.
No, well, Bennett's already responded. He said, anything that involves giving up territory, I will oppose.
So that's my point then. The policy is kind of clear. How much does that really change?
No, the point is that if the deal is presented after the elections and Netanyahu is strong and Netanyahu can make a deal with other people who want to accept the proposal, it could get through. Even the fact that it might be dead in the water because the Palestinians might reject it. You're having voices now, especially in the new Gantz party, blue and white, Gantz-Lapid party, who are willing to consider unilateral concessions. So they may even accept the plan unilaterally and force Netanyahu's hand. But apart from it, Bennett has a good point. Why does it have to be kept secret? And the only seemingly logical reason for keeping it secret is that they don't want to embarrass people and force them to take a stance on it before the elections.
Just again to push this issue, Kushner and Greenblatt and everybody else who's been involved with this deal have consistently said that nobody's going to be happy with it, that the Israelis certainly won't be very happy with it.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that Israel is going to be forced to make territorial concessions that will expose the coastal plain to the kind of dangers that the south is exposed from Gaza, only far more severe? What does that mean? And the fact that Israel has to make concessions, we should know what kind of concessions they're going to be on if that is going to be an issue in the elections.
So then, do you agree then with Bennett that the deal should be rolled out earlier, forcing Netanyahu to say either he agrees with it or he doesn't?
As he said, the analogy might be a little dramatic, but it's like committing to take something away, but not telling you what they're going to take away. There doesn't seem to be any really good reason to keep it under wraps, and unless they want to spring a surprise on the elected government.
All right, well, unfortunately, we don't know what's in the deal. We'll have to wait until it comes out. And when it does, I expect you back here in the studio to talk about it. Dr. Sherman, thank you so much.
Thank you.